Yes, it's recording. This is Sean Fitzgerald from Observe What Is. This playlist is this video is under the playlist of business ideas, strategies, and business owners. And look forward to that. Um, just an introduction from yourself, full name, age, and a little bit about yourself.
I am Eva. I'm in my 40s and I've been doing what I'm doing in the organic industry for 14 years.
Thank you, Eva. What is the nature of your business? Will you expand on it a little bit on organic business?
We work with everything to do with organic food. That's from vegetables right through to dried produce like herbs, spices, pastas, things with a shelf life, and we also have a cafe that serves vegan and vegetarian foods.
Ah, thank you, Eva. Have you ever owned a business in another field?
No,
Why did you start a business in this field? Was it money? Was it passion? Or, for this type of work?
I've always grown up with this lifestyle since I was about 7 years old. And when my life changed after I fell pregnant and I moved to KwaZulu Natal from Johannesburg, we started farming on a small holding we had, and it was a natural progression since I come from a sort of entrepreneurial family to start off with, to start my own business out of necessity.
Tell me, Eva, what are some of the challenges you faced to start this business?
I was sort of naive when I started it, so I can't say I faced any challenges other than those that are inherent in the organic industry itself, in terms of buying and selling fresh produce. And that um, sort of issue or those challenges caused the business to move forward in the directions that it's taken and also what it's become, because certain limitations cause you to move into a different direction, and so your business evolves naturally.
Great, thank you, Eva. What are the present benefits to you, Eva, in terms of freedom, in terms of a person that works for themselves? What benefits would you have from that?
It all depends where your values lie and where your personal inclinations are as an individual, because some people thrive on having a routine and having a set um, income that they can count on every single month. Other people are much more happy in their lives if they have a certain amount of freedom, but that doesn't necessarily mean you work less or you work, um, you can go and do what you like. It doesn't mean that at all. In fact, when you work for yourself, you have far more responsibilities. You end up also working a lot harder, and there's a difference in being a blue collar worker or someone in a white collar, or in being an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur bears a lot of responsibility, and it takes a certain type of person that would thrive on that.
And you are this type of person, obviously. You've been on your
I
own all
couldn't
this.
say I am. I don't know what makes an entrepreneur and what makes not. Yes, I am one. Am I a good one? Am I a classic formula for being one? I wouldn't know.
Okay, good. Eva, what are your present challenges that you face at the moment in running your own business? Do you have any challenges?
Um, sure, there's always the challenge of finance, especially when one's growing a business. There's time. We've got a small management team, and we're having to do many things, and time is really scarce, and you end up working hard, not going on holidays and doing things. So those are challenges. And then the rest of the things is just that what's part of a day's work. I wouldn't call it a challenge. I would just call it as it's a thing that happens in the day. You just got to do what you got to do.
Do you? This is the only store you have.
No, we
No,
have two. We have another one in Glenwood.
in Glenwood. And who runs that one?
My sister.
Oh, your sister. So it's you and your sister are partners in this business.
Yes.
Okay, that's nice to hear. Is it a How's it, what's it like having a partner? Instead of being a sole owner, obviously you need to be somebody you know well. Is that correct?
Again, it's difficult to say. I think that the trust factor in partnerships is really, really big. Um, because it's my sister, it's more reliable in certain terms and it's more challenging in others. So
Can you
a
explain on that?
partnership,
Sorry.
well, I don't really want to
No, no,
elaborate
no,
about
100%. No, no,
my
I understand.
relationship with my sister, but
No,
yeah,
100%.
I think that's enough said about that.
Would you recommend your type of business to other people?
There are lots of people out there that are busy establishing businesses in the organic industry at the moment because it's quite um, current. People are becoming more conscious. They want foods that aren't polluted for their children, and so yeah, there's a lot of people starting this kind of thing, but it's a small industry, and especially in KwaZulu-Natal, you've got to be quite well networked, and you've definitely got to have a passion for it, and you've got to know a lot, because people out there don't, and you've got to answer a lot of questions.
Okay. Thank you, Eva. What are the future prospects of your business? Obviously, there's a huge growth prospects for your business, your type of industry.
Yeah, certainly, there's huge growth prospects for anybody that's got an innovative mind.
Okay. Thank you. Uh, I'd like to ask you tips and suggestions from you as a business owner and all your experience. What would you recommend, or what types of suggestions would you give to somebody starting out? It's maybe 19 and wants to start a business, or maybe even 40 or 50. Maybe not necessarily in your field, but maybe just as a general business tips and suggestions. Would you have any?
My first suggestion would be understand basic accounting and figures, and have a knowledge of how money works, because it's a very regulated thing, and if you don't understand how money works, you walk a very, very long road of a lot of mistakes that can be avoided. The other thing is um, start small. Start small. I don't think that it's a good idea for somebody to get dad or someone to buy an already established business unless you've got someone that's holding your hand, because it makes it much easier to track where the business is going if you started from small. Uh, Sell to friends if you're going into a sales business, or start working if you're doing something in IT. Work for somebody, a grandmother or a father. Start very small and grow from that, because then you get grassroots up experience, and that is priceless.
Okay, thank you, Eva. Is there anything else you would like to add on what I've discussed or what I've asked you? Anything that I forgot?
Not that I can think of.
Okay,
Oh
thank
no.
you. Thanks, Eva. Okay, I'm gonna do a little expose on Eva's business. I'm gonna ask Eva first, what is unique? What makes Eva's business unique to your competitors or some people that are in the same field as you? What is different about Eva and her sister and your
What
sister?
makes Earthmother different
Yes.
to other businesses is that we encompass a lot of different aspects in one. Namely, we have a retail, we have a wholesale, and we have a cafe. It's also unique in that it's very niche. It's committed to being vegetarian. Even if we have supplements on the shelf, we won't have any kind of gelatin or any kind of animal products included in those supplements. We're very, very, um, how would I say, now words fail me.
That's fun.
We
Complete.
won't, no,
No,
it's
no.
complete isn't the right word either. I would say we're very meticulous about checking anything that comes into our stores that it is in fact vegetarian and vegan, because we've got lots of people that are also coming here not only for reasons of vegetarianism because of health, but it's because of principles, and you've got to be really exacting in that regard.
I'm glad you brought this up, and I know it's vegan, right? And
Yes.
vegetarian. And there's questions I'd like to ask you on that. because I think it's a lot of it is misunderstood. Am I correct? Is it more, is vegan and vegetarian, is it more geared towards healthy living, or is it just the principles of not killing animals? What is the rundown on that?
It depends so much on the individual. We've completely given over our own internal knowledge about ourselves over to the experts, the doctors, and all of these people. Somebody that all these new fads that come on. It's all about listening to yourself. A vegan diet isn't for everybody. A vegetarian diet isn't for everybody. Some people thrive on eating meat and some people can smoke and drink until they're 80 and they live a fantastic life. It's all about listening to yourself and your own inner voice and feeling your own body, and we've become completely distant from that. The reason I have a vegan and vegetarian establishment with my sister is that we've grown up this way. I've been a vegetarian for 40 plus years now, and
Sure.
I wouldn't know how to make a nice piece of meat or how to choose a piece of fish. So it really isn't where I'm going to go. It doesn't matter what the market demands. I wouldn't be good at it. I am, however, very capable of putting really good food on the table that's vegetarian or vegan, and that's why that is what I do.
Can I ask you a question about vegan? And I just want to say to the viewers, I'm not well versed in the vegan thing. And I know that there's a little bit about the vegetarian side. You just eat vegetables, and I'm sure you've got to eat certain kinds. But in terms of the vegan philosophy, I'm very curious. What is it this type of thing like the soya beans where they make meat to taste like meat, but it's actually vegetables? Is it what is? Can you give
That's
us a?
just for people that want their cake and eat it too. It's like the people that are now on this new diet, this low carbohydrate diet, that still want to have bread and cakes, and we running around making low carb breads and cakes. That's the same with the soya sausages and things. You don't need to be having all of that type of stuff. You've got to, the ideal thing to eat is that what's grown in your locality. Eat it as raw and as fresh as possible, and preferably grown in the sun, in the sand, and with as few chemical additives or any additives as possible.
Okay, thank you, Eva. There's something else I wanted to ask you. I'm sorry I'm carrying on about this because I think this is our chance to really explain the vegan and the vegetarian way of life, because I think most people doesn't understand this. Am I correct? I mean, they just don't really get this whole how it works. And I know vegetarian diets has been around for many years, but the vegan is more recent in the numbers of years we've been on the planet.
The awareness, the general awareness of vegans is more recent, but all of these things have been around for a very long
Long
time.
time. Okay. No. So explain to me what is the essence of a vegan diet? What does it mean in layman's terms? What does it mean? I just eat vegetable. What am I doing with a vegan diet?
No, a vegan is somebody that doesn't eat animal products at all. They don't wear leather, they don't eat honey, they don't eat anything that's derived of any kind of animal husbandry or anything like that. That's what a vegan is.
Is that then? There's obviously some principle behind that, the killing of animals if they don't wear clothes and stuff. I'm trying to get to that, or is it because it's obviously not just the food
It depends entirely on the person
and the
that's doing
person?
it. Some people are doing it because they're principled. Other people, a vegan diet suits it far better. A vegan raw diet. I mean, there's also different intensities in veganism itself. You can be a vegan and eat soya sausages.
Okay.
That doesn't mean you're healthy by a
Okay,
long shot.
understand that. And the vegetarian side of that is, are they related? Are they together? Vegetarian and veganism? It's vegetarians eat vegetables, but vegans obviously can eat, like you said, they can eat soya sausages if they feel that's their, that's as long as they don't eat real meat products. Am I correct?
Vegetarianism and veganism are closely related, but they certainly aren't the same things.
Okay.
Even within vegetarianisms, you get different categories. You get ovo-lacto-vegetarians, those are people
Oh,
that eat dairy and eggs. You get lacto-vegetarians that only eat dairy.
well,
You get vegetarians that call themselves vegetarians that eat fish,
okay, so
which
that's
is,
not true, eh?
in my opinion, not a vegetarian.
Okay.
Um, Then you get the vegans who are vegetarians, but they don't eat any dairy or any animal derived product.
Okay.
And you get then you get there's someone else I've missed out. Fruitarians,
Oh my
and you
goodness.
even get people that go as far as that are called breatharians.
Oh my goodness.
I only breathe. There's two of them around. It's actually very
There's a
interesting.
group in the world, the breatharians. They only breathe.
They're individuals. I wouldn't say there's a whole group that's
Okay.
doing that, yes. But, you know, people make different choices in the world. If one has to boil down, I mean, I know about the vegetarian and vegan people, but if one had to research meat eating, I'm sure you'd find a whole lot
Sure.
of different
Sure.
types of people that eat all sorts of different things. It's, you know.
I think Eva, and one part of my program is I always, and when we specify in the notes and also in my philosophy, is that everybody's correct in the context of the world they believe in. And if I think about what you've explained here, there's no real right or wrong, is there?
The only wrong thing that I'm very, very adamant about is this greed and damaging the environment at the
Sure.
cost of what you're going to put in your mouth. Whatever you do to your body, you can do whatever you like. I'd say that maybe moral consequences would stop you feeding your kids the same junk that you're killing yourself with, but I really think that it's unfair if one start looking at movies like Food Inc. or any of these about the meat industry and how animals are treated, it would turn your stomach. And also,
Sure.
if you would actually just spend half an hour at an abattoir, local abattoir
Wow.
here, it would be awful. And I think that then you would rethink what you're actually eating, the amount of stress, the amount of pain and suffering that goes into
Wow.
that.
Yeah,
You know, it's
we let's be honest here. I think we just don't care, and I think a lot of the times we don't take responsibility. And I don't often offer my opinion here, but one of my playlists that I was wanting to start was saving the animals and saving the planet, because I think it's a more holistic thing. So I think it's not all about just saving ourselves, because I think our own redemption lies in redemption of the world. We need to look at the environment for everybody and every animal and species that lives on the planet. And I think I don't want to give my opinions. I shouldn't. This is observe what is. I never do. But I just believe that we've become too technically advanced, and we're just moving way ahead of our actual um, philosophies and how we deal with ourselves.
I wouldn't say it's fair to say that it's that people are inconsiderate and
Mm,
egotistical. It's
what is
also
it?
a lot to do with ignorance. People just
Doesn't
don't
know.
know. We lead very, very busy lives. We have no idea what's actually going on out there because we don't have the time and it's
Wow.
not exposed. Um, a lot of things are kept from us because it's very violent and ugly.
Mm,
And it takes a few people to actually go out and look and become conscious. And that's a very slow process. But I wouldn't say that people are generally um, I don't
just
care. I think
ignorant.
people, yeah, I
Ignorant.
think it's more ignorance. I
Okay.
don't think people out there go around with these stone hearts. If they saw lots of people have got pets and that love them dearly, I just,
Very true.
I would
Very
say
true.
that I would give people the benefit of the doubt and say it's more an ignorance than a
Would you
selfish
would you
inclination.
say this whole, and I know we're getting a little off the topic, would you say this whole our social conditioning and the way the world makes us strive for things that are materialistic, that actually sometimes forces people to forget about themselves and the world around them sometimes? Would you say that? Is that possible?
I would say that we're living in a very, very strange world right now where just materialism and that and but we all have to work, we all have to live. It
It's
is
true.
a
Very true.
capitalistic society that we're in,
Mm,
and it's very often there are some right at the top that are not considerate at all of what's
mm,
going on, and unfortunately it filters down to every walk of life. And even those people up there that are making the decisions for the nuclear power reactors and all of those
mm.
stuff, also they are seeing in their families huge amounts of cancers,
Sure.
autoimmune diseases,
Sure.
things that were unheard of before, men with
Sure.
depression. These are all signs of of pollutants in our environment.
Mm.
And it doesn't matter, nobody is immune from that. We are all affected by these things, even the people that make the decisions up at the top. And the worse it gets for humanity on this level, the more conscious people are going to become, and the more you're going to start making different changes. And that's what makes businesses like this start thriving more and more and doing better, because people are looking for alternatives.
Sure.
And any given day, if you come to Earthmother Organic, in terms of South Africa, you will see what could call the South African true rainbow nation in its ideal. We have every walk of life, from every type of religious inclination, every color, age, sex, it doesn't matter. It's through the board. People have got common ground in this type of knowledge and common ground in striving to want to live a better and more conscious life. And yeah, that's
Thank you,
part of
Eva.
what makes this business carry on, and why we do it, and why we actually love what we do. Even though sometimes we could drop kick it to the next galaxy, but still.
Thank you, Eva. Thank you very much. Thank you for that. I'm glad we got into that, because that's something that I wanted to go down, because I knew you were, we were part of the need to be said. And yes, like you say, people, it's ignorance at the end of the day. Okay, I'm just going to do a little expose on your business. Would you, it is possible you can leave your contact details, your full name of your company, your full address, and maybe a telephone number?
Yeah, sure, no
Thank you.
problem.
Full name of your company?
Our business is Earthmother Organic. We're in Durban and KwaZulu-Natal. I'll just give you the one address. It's Glenwood, 106 Bulwer Road. Our phone number there is 031 202 1527. But we've got a beautiful Facebook page.
Wonderful.
It's also Earthmother Organic, and you can like us, and we put recipes on it, and all of the new things that are happening at Earthmother. Sometimes we run food courses. It's always my sister and I at the desk. And we're always there to chat and talk to people about things, and help if we can, or refer if we can't, or just have a good chat and a laugh.
Yes, and I've been here with Eva now. It's been really nice with her. It's been great being here in her shop. Yes, and please, if you need her services, and obviously go onto her Facebook website. This is a place where you should go and have a look at all those recipes. We are at the end. Is there anything else you want to add? Have we covered most of the stuff? You happy with that? Okay, thank you, Eva. This is Observe What is Sean Fitzgerald. Please, if you like this video, leave your comments and suggestions, and please subscribe. It's free. Eva, won't you just press the little, you'll have to just move the mouse a little bit over it. Yeah,